Good day, YouTube. It is the 31st, yes, last day of March 2025. And today, something a little bit different. My compressor has been down for months, and I've been trying to get by with this little bitty 3rd horsepower compressor, and well, it's got me through. But I needed to get this big compressor out of its little corner beside that toolbox, which I did get it out of there this morning. It fought me a little. I've been needing to get it out and replace the motor for months, and I just always had something on the lift, so I couldn't move it. I didn't have enough room. Blah 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 blah, and I was getting by. It takes like 5 or 10 minutes to get enough air out of that little bitty compressor to even put the lift in the air. So today's the day because we got the golf cart out of here this weekend, gave it away. Yep. And we can fix this compressor. This is a Speed Air 3 horsepower, 240 volt compressor. It's got a Dayton motor on it. And I bought this compressor weeks after I bought this building. I believe I paid $60 for it. And this is a commercial grade compressor. You're not going to get this at a home improvement store kind of thing. Probably W.W. Granger or something like that, or higher end tool facilities, probably where this one came from. Now, obviously, it was very used when I got it. And the guy actually bought a compressor, an upright compressor. He was maybe trying to save a little bit of room, but he bought an upright compressor from a home improvement store. And this is a far better compressor than the one that he bought. So I think 3-cylinder, 2-stage, and the motor. So I tried to put capacitors in this. Sometimes capacitors came in a 2-pack, but anyway. That's an old one that I replaced. This is a second one of a 2-pack of replaced. So there's like a start and a run capacitor. Shoot, there's probably another one up here somewhere. To no avail. And I took the end off the motor and filed the points that kick in the start circuit. And every time thinking, I got it fixed. Well, it still wouldn't work. It tried really hard to start, to get up to speed. It just wouldn't. And I had, it's got too small of a motor starter on it. And it would just take out the heater elements, which were aging as well. But I finally ran out of heating elements. I even bought a couple on eBay. So anyway, we don't have a compressor. But it's time to change that. So this shield, the guard, let me sneak you in here. This guard just bolted on there pretty darn well. I guess so that it wouldn't vibrate, make noise. And for the most part, it does not. It doesn't move around. So let's get the guard off of this thing. We'll have to loosen up the motor. We'll have to disconnect the electrical from the motor. Slide the motor that way so the belt will have some slop so we can get things apart. And then, we'll just kind of take it from there. So I had ordered a new one. It's been here forever. I sort of figured that I've used up half the life of this compressor, possibly more. I hesitated even putting a motor on it, but I still believe it's a very good compressor, but it's not going to last forever. So I didn't buy the best motor I could find. I bought Vevor, I don't know how to pronounce it, but price was right. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to cut that out of there. Excuse me what I get in life. And just like that, it's out of the box. So motor is with the label on the box says. Shaft size should be fine because I checked before I ordered. And if you're replacing a motor on something, you know, you need to get a compressor rated motor for compressors. And if you're just turning a fan blade or something, you know, maybe you don't need that. But make sure you order the type of motor that you need. Make sure you check your shaft size, the voltage size, make sure your wiring's big enough to run what the current draw is going to be. So this is 15.5 amps full load. So if you're relatively short to your panel, number 12 probably be fine for wire. But if you got a little distance, yeah, you probably want number 10. You want to get that thing started. So let's start tearing into this dirty old thing. I wish I had it. I wish it was light enough to get outside, and I really didn't want to do everything. The air hose, etc. I'm not even sure how I managed to put it all together, but that's a factory crimped end on the end of the compressor. So I don't want to cut the hose. So anyway, I ramble. So let me get this guard off of here. And we'll start getting this thing out of here. Here we go. All right, boys and girls, we're about ready to pop this motor off of here. It was not too bad getting the two mounting bolts on this side out, but the two in the other side, you know, they're, you know, in quite a ways, 10 inches or so to that plate. So I had to get out some, you know, long wrenches to reach in there to get that nut that's on the back side. Unfortunately, that's the way it's built. So now we have to get this motor off here, which should be bad. We got the wiring all disconnected, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Then we got to get that pulley off of there, put it on there, and then align the belts. We'll have to determine if these belts can be used. They kind of look okay to me, but we'll give them a close inspection before we give them an okey doke. And then before we start putting this thing back together, we got to clean this thing up. It's horrible. I guess that's what you get when you have a tool like this and it sits in the corner of a working shop for 15 years. It is what it is. All right, let's get that thing off of here. I can tell you it's sure making my gloves dirty. Dang thing. It's all greasy. You could barely read the decals on the side of it. It's so covered in whatever. And that thing was practically spotless when I put it there, from what I can remember. Oh boy. Alright. Some kind of cover. The keyway's in there still. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This must allow the pulley to go on, because I bought the right size shaft. I measured it. But with that thing off of there, it's too small. Well, I guess it has to run. This sleeve here is some sort of a non-metallic plastic. This shaft, I think this is 3/4 inch from memory. That's a real 3/4 inch shaft. I guess that's why these are so inexpensive, is they just use a 1/2 inch shaft and then use this piece of plastic. I'm looking to see what we need to take this pulley off, and it's going to be an Allen wrench. I'm not even focused over here, am I? Dang. Sorry, buddies. What I was saying was that this motor here's got a non-metallic adapter, if you'll call it. Makes it from a 1/2 inch shaft to a 3/4. And the old one is a 3/4 steel shaft. So this one's a 1/2 inch shaft, so that's evidently how they make it more affordable. And I need to get that other pulley off. And for that we need an Allen wrench. Probably need an Allen wrench for a ratchet. We can get a size here. I doubt this is going to be enough to break this loose. Piece of garbage. Okay, let me find an appropriate socket so we can get that off without damage. Alright, I found the right size. Let's hit it with a hammer. And just make sure it's fully seated. Might break loose some rust. Might make it easier. Might. Okay, we're ready. Whoa. Wasn't expecting it to be that easy. Usually fight these things. Come on, go back in there. Okay. Well, that pulley's got a spot in it. Wow. It's puller time. Puller time. Okay. Puller installed. It's coming. I'm used to these things just fighting. But, ooh, she's starting to tighten up a little. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. I'm going to grab a bigger one. Came about 1/4 of an inch, and then she got a little stuck. Stay on there, will you? That's just going hard all the way. Kill my back. All right, I'll get it. Well, that's not gonna work. That's not an adapter. It is just a means to hold the keyway. 3/4, half. I need to look up my order, my Amazon order, and see if that was my screw up or theirs. I'll be back. Boys and girls, oh, the drama continues. So I just noticed the back side of this pulley. I guess it's the front side. It's been welded. Look at that. It's been broke. And we have a severe wear area right there. You can see it's like brass. Or maybe it's been repaired. That's probably what happened. Somebody brazed it right there. It's cast iron and they repaired it with brass. So this is a kind of a piece of crap anyway. So let me see if I can find this pulley in a 5/8 shaft, which is the motor I bought. Yeah, it just continues. Okay, that's all right. We'll get something. We'll make it work. Here we go. All right, boys and girls, found the pulley. I think that's correct for the 5/8 shaft. So that's quite the upgrade from this old cast iron, broken, welded, not very good pulley. So it's nice to upgrade and get rid of that. I pulled the belts off because they are looking wore. It's got some, can you even see that? It's starting to come apart. Yeah, it's got some fraying. Having a hard time focusing here. Yeah, see there. Not long for this world. We don't need to do this again. So I got those coming. Pulley and the belts will be here day after tomorrow, supposedly. So without further ado, I think we're going to have to get in and start cleaning the grime off of this thing. The dirt, it's ugly, ugly, ugly. Unless one of you want to come over and do that, that'd be great. I got some sodas in the fridge kind of deal. No, we'll get it. All right, we'll see you in a couple days. Well, boys and girls, I'm going to call it a day. I got that thing cleaned up. Looks almost presentable now. Didn't even know that sticker was there. Yeah, cool. Isn't perfect by any means. Never was intended to be. Okay, and I bolted that motor on. Of course, we're waiting for the pulley and the belts. We'll wait day after tomorrow. It's supposed to arrive, I think, unless they come early. And then this had a piece of flex going from the starter to the motor that just wasn't near long enough. So I had a piece of 12.3 SO cord, couple Romex connectors, and we got that cable in place, and we'll get it connected tomorrow or the next day or something while we wait for our parts to arrive. And then in the next couple days, compressor will be ready to rock. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, boys and girls, we are back. It is Monday, what is it today, 7th or something? And we are getting back on the compressor. So when we last were together on this thing, I pulled the old motor off, and it is a heavy-duty son of a gun. It's got that really big output shaft. And for whatever reason, I didn't order the correct motor, and that I didn't order that shaft, but you know what, it probably wasn't really available. So this has like a 5/8 shaft on it, which is probably just fine for this compressor, but you know, this is an industrial compressor, so it's got a big old Dayton motor on it, and doesn't surprise me, I guess. I'm not throwing this away, by the way. I am going to keep it. It's probably still repairable. I just don't know enough about it. I'm tired of being without a compressor. So, that being the case, we put this one on and realized, you know, the pulley that was on the Dayton motor was the wrong shaft size, and it was broke and repaired. So we've got a new one anyway. So yeah, this is either welded or JB welded or something. Anyway, I don't know. I guess maybe it's JB welded. But anyway, it's our opportunity to change it and make it bright. So got the right shaft size, got the right pulley size, got a double belt. It's the right keyway size. It's great. So this is a keyway that came from the new motor. Fits right in there just fine. Okay, and then we got new belts. So this is going to be awesome. It's going to be better than it ever was, probably. So let me get to putting this stuff back on. Pretty easy, just slipping the pulley on. Tap that keyway in there. We'll probably get it started before we go too far with it. Yep. And then we'll get the belts on. You want to align the belts probably by eye is good enough. You could put a string or whatever. It's not that far away. It should be fine. Okay, and we got to make up the motor on this side. This is 240 volt, so there's just 2 hots in the ground. And then I'm just going to wire nut the wires inside this messy starter. I might clean it up just a little bit. It's been a mess forever. And we'll get that all tied in, and then we should be good to go. Just got to put that guard back together. So it's not much to show, but I'll bring you back when we get some stuff buttoned up. Here we go. All right, boys and girls, we got the belts on, the pulleys all on. It's all wired up. So again, I just used a number 12 3-wire cord. Landed in the starter. Obviously there's a ground and 2 hots. That's all there is to it. Pulley looks great. All aligned real good. We're ready to just kind of test run it. I cleaned up the wiring in here quite a bit. It was ugly. I just turned the power back on. Probably should turn that right side up. Come on. There we go. Alright. See if she runs. Oh, that was interesting. I had a questionable heater, and I don't think there's any question anymore. I did put it in. We're going to take it out there. All right. There was a heater that had partially disintegrated when I had the old motor on this thing. And I put it back in because it looked like it was electrically continuous, but it obviously wasn't. Let's try it again. Yeah, the hose ain't hooked up. Hey, we got it. All I got to do now is just put this guard back together. We're going to be done. So I think as far as the video is concerned, we're done. So that was an inexpensive motor. I can never remember exactly what we paid for. In the neighborhood, $130, $150, something like that. They did have them at Harbor Freight, and they were pretty good price too, $150 or something. But anyway, I ordered it on Amazon, and it showed up. The whole assembly is somehow quieter than it used to be, but you know, I haven't had a compressor for months, so looking at using that little guy any longer, not favorable to get this thing done. So okay, I'm gonna put the guard back on, and we're gonna call it a wrap. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Thumbs up, please. Come on, it really helps. I could use all the help I could get on this channel. Evidently, my videos aren't that great, so I don't get that many viewers, so help me out if you can. Leave a comment on this video, any video, or just say hi. Check comments absolutely every single morning at breakfast. I usually do not miss a day. If I do, I'll catch you the following day. But yeah, it's always fun to see what you guys are doing, what you're working on. You'll always get a response, or at least a thumbs up from me as it is required. And we'll see you on the next video.